Warning, this podcast contains material not suitable for younger audiences, and some material that's not suitable for older audiences. If you're part of any age group, we've found a way to offend you. Run while you still can. We are the hapless heroes. Okay,
Lasagna.
so apparently you are not licking the door.
No.
Shame on me for thinking that would be the logical progression of flavoring door handles.
Dave,
how the fuck did we get here?
Dave, that would be stupid.
Hello and welcome to this most recent episode of the Hapless Heroes podcast. My name's Arion Black, and I'm going to introduce you to my fantastic band of mercenaries who will be with you this evening. Starting from my right, played by James, we have the tiefling Sidious Vale.
It's going to be a hot night.
Always is. To his right, we have the Goliath who styles himself as Flareon the Barbarian.
Oh, hey, how you doing, guys?
He's played by Massimo. To his left, we have Rock Nanak, played by Francesco.
How did I end up with these people?
Because I'm paying you to. To his left, a man after my own heart, Hondo the Merciless.
Hondo's back!
Played by a way too excited John. In his left, played by Zach, we have the indefatigable and ever annoying Melvin Illuminumion.
That's me, I'm Melvin. That's a new word for me.
So, let's see if we can't get ourselves recapped after having been away from this little adventure after 10 months.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a long time.
It has.
Sack.
And I think all of you listeners probably, no matter how few notes you think I take, you're vastly overestimating the number of notes I take. So, you know, this is almost as much as a surprise to me as it is everyone else.
If you want to hold for a sec, we could flip through my magic notebook because I'm sure that...
I think, Fran, you would probably be ready to do a quick recap, right?
I could probably do it.
Yeah.
I did listen to the last one recently just to kind of catch myself back up to.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
So, last time we attempted a lot of things. We first tried to go to the jewelry store, right, that we found in the pictures from the very first full play.
Yeah.
When we, all the stuff from Cheng's apartment or house that we found, right?
We got kicked out of there real quick.
Yeah. So we had to get the hell out of there. I killed Mrs. Piazza. That's a whole thing.
Yep.
I love how you just glossed that over.
Yeah. I feel so bad about it. I just need to forget it right now because there's bigger things at stake.
We're not letting you forget that.
Okay.
So dog too.
So we tried to investigate some of the things we found. We ended up we did not get very far at the jewelers. We ended up at a seedy bar at the docks called the Paul Bear. We got into a bar brawl while we were trying to talk to your friend who was refusing to say anything about this cartel.
All
we
of
saw
this
some
was
dude
Hondo's
get
fault,
thrown out a
yeah.
window before that. Right. We decided to chase a lead down to Binion's shipping to see maybe if it had any cartel connections, if all this stuff is all put together in some way because Hondo's buddy got deaded and we couldn't ask him anymore.
We saw Binions on the pictures.
Yes, right. So we ended up at the warehouse. We broke in. We found a shipping manifest that was going to another town for like foodstuffs, but we thought that was a little suspicious. We opened the crate and boom, it's full of a lot of weapons. Somehow the mayor of Tarantus is still implicated in all this. We're still trying to piece all these things together. We have a lot of evidence, but we don't know where it all goes.
Yeah. And it's going to matter for our main party kind of
Yes.
soon.
At
some point.
So this exists in the same universe as our main party, just like a
Right,
couple
and I
months
think-
Yes.
after their timeline.
And that was the question I was going to actually ask tonight. Is now that we've advanced a couple months in the story with the main party,
It has more or
when
less.
is this now?
This is happening right around present day for the party.
Oh,
So is Emperor Titus dead?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. You're right. Emperor Titus is not dead. So this
Okay,
is
so this is now
this
in the
is
past.
within
Okay.
the weeks leading up to the Emperor Titus's death.
Okay, so that
Got
is
it.
where we are now.
Yeah.
So
There.
this
That's right.
may be explaining that event.
Right.
Because we are in Tarantus and there is some shit going down.
Well, specifically, we're in the woods with a wounded Sidious.
Yes, and that's kind of how we ended up because we had to leave the warehouse and then Sidious fell into a fucking spike pit trap
Yeah.
and we're carrying his wounded ass into the forest away from whatever authorities were going to investigate the disturbance at this warehouse. And we need to get him back to the headquarters and plot our next move and see how all of this fits together and why the mayor is so fucking important in all of this and why he's such a murderer.
Allegedly.
It's not alleged. We have pictures. He's standing over mass graves. Like, this dude's
Oh,
fucked
that one?
up.
No, I mean,
Pictures, I forgot
I
that.
wrote in my
Allegedly.
notebook, terrible person murders peeps. So I don't think that
Sidious is pretty
about
sure.
it.
And it has something to do with this cartel too, and
Mm-hmm.
this demon or like this sort of infernal medallion that we have. Like
Yeah.
all of this stuff is connected, and also Cheng is still missing, who was the person we got hired to find in the first place.
And that's really all we have to do. I mean,
That's what we were
our
hired to do,
only
but now we're implicated in a gigantic web of a mess that Rock was
Yeah.
not equipped for
Yeah.
before this.
No, nothing about this is in Rock's constitution.
No, he was like living in the woods for the last like 30, 40 years.
Right.
So that's where we are now, carrying Sidious through the woods.
And the previous episodes of this party were just, what are they labeled as? Like
The full
just
play, our full play specials. We're
Full
going to be
play.
doing this in a series of 2 this time to make it
Foreplay
much more
specials?
easy for you, the listener, to know where the fuck you're at.
And nothing to do with how much easier it is for the editor.
I mean, look, it's a win-win for everybody. It's a win-win for everybody.
So that's where it leaves the party with us with a wounded Sidious somewhere in the woods outside of and rapidly departing Binion's shipping.
Yes. So we're pretty south of the city, from what I recall. So, like, how long would it take us to get back to headquarters? And it's like late at night at this point. Like, I'm just
Early
trying to
morning.
like judge how long of a trip this
Oh
is going to
God, 8 hours walking or something like that.
be. Right.
Woof.
So we're gonna just get maybe let's take the next hour, get deep into the woods. I'll use because I am Rock. I am a man of nature. I will find us a kick-ass spot to camp.
Okay.
I'm not even going to like use like a skill. I'm actually going to use a spell
All right.
as a ritual. Wild cunning.
Okay.
So I'm going to call on the spirits of nature to aid me with finding food, drink, and shelter.
Okay. Does that require any kind of check?
When you cast a spell, choose one of the following effects. I am going to find suitable shelter for us and my companions within range.
Okay.
Because I can figure out putting together
Okay,
a site.
and
I'm seeking safe shelter for us for the night.
Okay. And that's not calling for any kind of check or anything then?
No check.
Okay, then you absolutely find safe shelter for the night.
I'm talking to the spirits, man. They tell me where to go.
Nice.
Yes.
Thanks,
The
spirits.
spirit says there's a cave to the north.
Yeah, so we're gonna go to that cave,
Yes.
Okay.
and we'll get it set up. I'm gonna probably lay down Sidious at this point and start tending to his wounds, and then maybe we'll take like a long rest and figure out how the fuck to get back in the morning.
Okay. Tending to his wounds, using any kind of skill or anything for that?
I mean,
or-
if it's a long rest, I feel like I'm just like it's just like sort of that
Okay.
natural healing
Basic
process.
first aid.
Yeah,
You got it.
exactly. Doing rock,
All right.
rubbing a bunch of leaves on you and weird ointments, and it doesn't. None of it smells good.
Make me a basic nature check.
Sure. Would that be survival or nature?
Either one.
I'll take survival.
For 1,200 hours.
20.
Okay.
Modified 20.
No, absolutely. Yeah, that's fine. This is one of those places I'm fishing for a natural one to see
Right.
if you're
Like
accidentally
rubbing it with poison ivy.
Yes, exactly.
Come on, Rock knows his plants. I know my plants, bro.
I mean, it would have taken a crit fail to have you screw that up that bad.
Right.
But
So yeah,
in this group, I know to look for those.
I got your back, dude.
Have you removed my garments? Am I one with nature? I mean, if you're covering me in
Yes,
like
I
salves
have.
and stuff, yeah,
That's
Yes, I have.
yeah.
that's a thing. Okay.
So a nude Sidious is covered in your ointments.
And leaves and
And
a bunch of other
leaves.
stuff.
Yeah.
Can I go one campaign without a naked tiefling?
Nope.
No,
Please.
No. Negative.
it's all ogre now.
So does this heal me or what?
Yeah, we're just taking a long rest. It was just my way of like
Yeah.
cleverly role playing a long rest.
Yeah.
What were we doing?
That's really what I was originally searching for. Was is this role play, or are we making a skill check here? Is role play? I love it.
Right.
So sounds good, and you regain whatever you would regain at a long rest. You are not poisoned. You are no longer seriously injured.
Right. And we're all level 6 now. Bam.
Yay! Da, 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 da.
Should we do a long rest montage, or like a sleeping montage, or you know, Massimo? Do you feel prepared now to give us a Taj?
Yeah.
In a
Anybody know
cave,
Kokomo?
using rocks as pillows.
A Kokomo?
The song?
I mean, a little
Down
bit.
to Kokomo. Ooh,
It's a long rest montage and we're in the forest. I'm not with the party yet, but I'm gonna find them in the later show. Montage.
Nice. That was perfect.
That's
Primo.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you made Dave shed a tear.
Coming
Look at
along.
that. Look
a
at
little
that.
bit. All right. So you have stabilized your dude.
Yep.
Sidious Vale has regained hit points, and he's now much better off. Amazing how a night's sleep will do that for a guy.
Yeah.
Where's
Rock
my
is
clothes?
Rock is going to start waking everybody up though very early,
Okay.
like 5:30, 6 a.m.
Sounds good.
We need to get on the move. I'm going to be deadpan when I'm looking at all of you because you fucked up my everything that I've never known.
Hondo's grumpy in the morning. He says, "Where are we even going?" At
Back-
this point, I don't even want to go back to those military guys. They've been dicks to us.
But yes, but I mean, the dude, the man who controls them is very dangerous,
They haven't given us any information yet.
and they want information.
I'm still after my bounty. Where's this Cheng man?
I mean, that's a good question.
Is he with the cartels?
Well, I mean, you ruined a lead for us when we went to the jewelers, so if I recall correctly, I was holding open a security door while you three ran out and an alarm was sounding.
That's a low blow.
Sorry, I was.
A low blow, Hondo. A low blow. Need I remind you of the time that you kicked a poor dwarven woman in the head for no reason on a train station?
Listen,
That was Tuesday.
we could talk about. We could sit here and talk about Mrs. Piazza till the cows come back. The past is the past.
That was an honest mistake.
an honest kill, good kill.
Shouldn't throw
I didn't even
rocks,
do anything.
Rock.
I was just being one. I was just being a wolf. I don't. He shuts up as soon as you say that. Like, I'm done. Like, you kind of you made a point,
So-
and he's yeah.
So, Sidious, where do you think we should go?
The military dicks. At least we can perhaps find some information from them, since we are clearly smarter.
I've got another idea.
What?
Oh boy.
Well,
Illuminimion.
I'm trying to find out information about this this dark organization. We're trying to find out what this medallion means.
Right. Yes.
And
In a cartel of some kind, and this is just way bigger than I thought this was going to be.
well, I think that there might be some deeper documentation of this in the local library, maybe.
You want me to go to a library?
Well, we have nothing to lose.
I mean, I don't think Rock would be really upset about it. He's kind of looking for someone to stand up and actually be more of a leader. So, besides Sidious and Hondo.
Literally the only two rational ones. Well,
So I'll say
Sidious is pretty rational.
So I will say this: since Melvin is a librarian himself, he is, it says, likely to gain preferential treatment at other libraries.
yes.
So I figure that
Of all the
Yeah, that is
stupid
one
shit
hell of a
we
trait.
use
Using
fucking
it.
so
D&D.
So what? You
I'm
use
just
it.
saying.
So good. No
Holy shit.
library fees
Oh,
for this
there's a
kid.
library there. If only
That's it.
somebody was advantageous in libraries. Oh, shit, we got Melvin with us.
I'm just saying, like,
It's a tool.
it's there. It's on my sheet.
Let's do it.
It's a
Yeah,
tool.
we can
You know
start
what,
with
Melvin?
that.
I love it.
I figured
Cool.
like this
Sidious
is
will
like,
try not to burn any books while we're in there.
Yeah, seriously.
and this is like
Every
a
book
known,
on water I'm burning
this is like
until
a
you get us out of there.
this is like a known organization. So I figured there might be some documentation of it, and it would be the kind of thing that they would keep,
Some sort of
stowed away.
Sure. Let's do it.
Okay, cool.
Let's do it. I'm in.
So Dave, where is there a local
It's the
library?
biggest city in the world.
It's probably
Okay.
a gigantic
Due
All
to
right.
budget cuts,
So-
the library's been closed
Oh,
on
right.
Tuesdays, Thursdays, and every other Friday.
as well as all parks.
I forgot we were in Taranis. Okay.
So,
However, you'll notice 12 new guard towers around town.
Right.
well, let's kind of back it up a little bit.
Oh,
Away
boy.
from the library and more on to, do any of you know where you are?
We're in the
I'm
woods.
sure
Rock seems
Rock
to know.
Nanak
Yeah.
could find a good heading back towards where the city is.
How far from Binion shipping have we made it? We should probably.
I don't know. I mean,
How long did we walk?
We walked for like a good maybe hour or two.
You know how long you walked, but since a lot of it was in the dark, you don't know how far you walked.
Or even necessarily. Well, no, we don't know
I
which
have
direction.
60 feet of
Well-
dark vision.
Okay,
you have
that's
120
fantastic.
feet of devil's sight.
Also, Rock woke us up
of the devil.
at basically sunrise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Yep,
know
yep.
I know
what
what's up.
direction we can head in.
Come on, I'm
We
a
know
man.
what
I'm a
direction
man
we
of
got
nature.
here
The
by.
woods are my home.
All right.
Healed by Mother Nature.
So we're going back to the main
I'll make
road?
a check if you need me to, man.
Well, let's start with a nature check.
Okay. 19.
Pretty
A
good.
19. Okay, so good. You can find your way out of the woods,
Okay.
and you do, into a parking lot
Right.
with a lot of confused tourists.
Yes, we all just step out of the woods. It's
Yes.
been the fucking night from hell.
Pretty much literally what the scene is here is, yes, like an unimaginably bad situation of a bachelor party gone wrong. The group of the four of you stagger out of the woods 20 feet away from even the nearest trailhead, literally walking right out of the woods and into what is essentially a state park.
Okay. Well,
Great. The parks are open.
I feel like Rock would just like try to find pockets on himself and just
Saturday.
kind of put his hands in his pockets and just kind of walk away like just like it
you
doesn't
going
matter.
back
It's
into
just
the woods?
no, it's just totally normal.
I mean, can we find a road? There's got to be a way out
Yeah.
of here.
Yes, you can definitely find your way to the road.
Okay.
Interestingly enough, it doesn't look like any park ranger saw you come out of the woods. So by the time that you sort of made it out, now you're just really weird patrons of the parks leaving here on foot. You do find a road that heads vaguely north-south.
Okay, well we were south of the city, so we should go north and get in there
Oh,
and
wait a
maybe we could find a
Wait a minute.
library.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I'm waiting a minute.
Am I like bad?
I mean,
Probably.
Yeah.
bad-ish.
Wait. In what sense are we talking here?
If I'm to understand the world that we live in, we're not talking like 2018 surveillance cameras.
No,
The
it's
whole nine.
Edwardian steampunk, not like fucking like Blade Runner.
So
It's not a paved parking lot.
if
Right.
I just hang out for a second, I'd like to try to spot a vehicle maybe that looks abandoned and cool to steal so that we can get the fuck out of here
Oh my
in
God.
a vehicle
That's incredible.
rather than...
There are
There are vehicles here.
I mean,
in
we're in a
Tarantus.
parking lot, right? So there's got to be something here that I can steal to get us there faster.
Does anyone
Like,
know
we're
how
on
to
foot.
drive?
I'll figure it out.
Okay.
I mean, that's. I don't think I've ever heard those words uttered in a D&D game before. Is there like a car I could steal? I mean, I guess people want to steal wagons. You tried to steal, Mort tried, was suggesting stealing horses, I guess. So I guess it's all the same, really. Horses or horsepower.
Right. So I don't know what type of vehicle you want to lay out there or what type of check I need to make here, but Sidious would like to steal something now.
Do I?
Mobile.
Okay, hold on. Do I notice? 'Cause I have a passive perception, 22. I feel like I'm pretty
Wow.
acutely aware of my surroundings.
And I mean,
right?
I'm eyeballing vehicles.
Right. Do
hard
I
at
see?
this
I
point.
feel like I would see him eyeballing shit. right?
I'm lagging back in the group. Like I'm definitely sauntering
Oh,
through the parking lot.
and if
like
you're
I'm
going to
not-
be that obvious about it, yes,
Well,
his passive perception is more than enough to
maybe
pick that
not.
up.
I don't want to be like obvious to a layman, but like I'm just kind of like maybe I look like I'm lost and I'm looking for my vehicle.
Maybe.
Can I ask him to roll a stealth against my passive perception? Does it matter?
If he's going to make a stealth, I'm going to have you make an active perception.
Okay. Does it? I was gonna say if it doesn't matter, whatever.
Yeah, so give me a stealth check for shits and grins.
Oh boy. My passive perception is better than
15.
my passive perception is better than my roll.
That doesn't matter. You wanted him to roll. You
my
have to
roll's
roll
a 13.
yourself. All right. So,
So you do not notice me casing cars.
no.
Or whatever.
Or you don't think he is. You at least don't think that that's what he's doing.
Right.
Yeah, as we're walking through the parking lot, Sidious is just like behind his back, like jiggling
Yeah.
door handles or something.
Yeah. So,
Looking for
Flareon,
keys.
what kind of a background do you have being a barbarian?
What kind of background
Like,
do I
yeah,
have?
like, did you come up rough or, you know?
He was at one point Razi's lackey.
So you were one of Razi's lackeys. So,
At one point in the past.
It's all in the past now.
yeah. I would like Flareon and definitely Hondo as both people from seedier backgrounds
Yep.
to make this perception check, but at advantage because you guys would know what you're looking for.
You must be here somewhere.
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
make
can I
the
ask a
roll.
quick question?
All right.
Where am I?
Oh, you're not here.
I
Never
am
mind.
not here
Yep,
yet.
you're not here yet.
Okay. So for our audience, I a little peek under the hood. I mentioned earlier about how I take very little notes. Situations like this are why, because there is absolutely no way that I could have predicted going into this what was going to be happening here. And some of the keywords that my party has just floated past me. Maybe you caught it, maybe it was edited out. I'm not really sure. We couldn't possibly have prepared for this. So this is where my no notes are going to come in really handy. 'Cause I'm not tied into anything. And aside. So I'm going to get back to you, Flareon, now that I remember you're not yet in the party, but we're going to resolve that. Hondo, I would like you to make a perception at advantage.
I already did. It's a 10.
10 is the best you had?
Yep.
Okay, so
Mine was
you
a
didn't see it
15.
either, even though you knew what you were
Yep.
looking for.
It's because I'm slick.
All right.
Melvin, you are not only not of the auto theft world, but I have a feeling you're kind of an oblivious dude to begin with.
We're not in the library, son.
I feel like Melvin thinks that cars are just like a public service in general.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean,
he's learned.
Yeah.
He knows what cars are.
yeah, you don't really notice what's going on.
Right.
I don't feel the need for a check there. So, Flareon the Barbarian, what are you doing in this parking lot?
Well, I've been kind of casing the joint for the last few days. I knew there was a little bit of an event going on in the park, and I knew that was a good opportunity
Do you
to...
have a toothpick by any chance?
Yeah, I always have a toothpick just hanging out. Just an extra large one. It kind of looks like a hay, like, you know, like
Yeah.
It's
like thing
a
of buckle.
splinter of wood,
Right.
What it
Right.
really
It's
is,
a giant
but it
splinter.
looks like a toothpick.
But he's gigantic. He's like a Goliath.
Right,
He's,
right.
It's like
So
eight
it's-
8 feet tall.
yeah.
So what a
So
normal
it's
toothpick would
proportional,
look
right?
like.
Exactly. Right.
It's like a railroad tie.
Okay, this adds some extra fun wrinkles to what's all going to be going on here. So you are casing the joint.
I've been
right
casing
now.
the joint because I knew that there'd be some tourists in this park, and it was a good opportunity for me to kind of maybe see if I can find my way into taking a few of their goods,
They're
and
valuables,
sliding
right?
out, right?
Sure.
Okay, and so you're looking at so Flareon's looking at vehicles. Sidious Vale, you're also looking at vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
I would like both of you to roll a d6.
I feel bad using the hammer ones if I'm not playing as fucking Hoblet. 4.
2 and a 4.
Two.
Okay, so you guys don't encounter each other just yet.
Okay.
Kind of taking a feel on some cars. You gonna Sidious? Do you want to keep looking, or
Fuck
is this
yeah.
one?
Now,
Alright.
at this point in time, I've tried and failed maybe a half dozen times.
Yeah.
And now my blood is pumping. Now I can.
Okay.
I must steal something.
All right.
Feeling lucky.
So let's see.
Hold on though.
Trying to see what kind of a check I would want to make to see if a car is viable and worth stealing.
Right?
Well, first of all, for me
Insight.
right now, it's got to be able to seat at least 3 others.
Okay.
And I don't know, we get into shit, so I'd probably be looking at larger things.
Something you can put something in
with
the
a
trunk
trunk
of, yeah.
or a. I mean, we're saying vehicles. I imagine this is not like the parking lot at Walmart.
So you're looking for like a commercial
No,
vehicle?
it's not that big. There's probably about 20 cars here or something.
right.
they're
At least, yeah.
And again, we're talking about like wagons with jars of magic
Yeah.
Right.
on them.
Right.
But that one
More or
big
less,
truck
yeah.
that the military dudes
Right.
used,
Yeah. Well, if you look,
transport thing.
right. I think I liked Phil's illustration of it a lot. It's like it was like our
panel
our
wagon.
pest like our
Yep.
pest removal van.
Oh,
was
yeah.
Like
just
a box truck.
pretty much like a box truck, quote unquote, probably just made of wood and shit with like 2 jars of magic that are kind of powering the thing.
That's pretty much it right there.
Right.
yeah.
I think it was perfect. It's exactly how I pictured it.
So I'm going to pause momentarily
All right.
and give a quick scan for the fuzz.
For the fuzz, I would like you to...
And not because necessarily I think that they've seen me do anything, because I feel like I would have been a bit approached already if someone,
All right.
saw me doing something. I just want to be, if they're around, I want to be aware of their presence before they're aware of me.
Okay. Make an investigation check, because you're actively seeking out park rangers, I suppose.
21.
21. You do see one way at the far end of the lot, but it
Cool.
looks like they're manning a hut or something.
Proceed.
Yeah. A little shack. Okay. That's fine.
And
So
I do spot a rather sexy vehicle.
you do spot a rather sexy
Yep.
vehicle. Good.
Looks like it's got a little, like a bed on the back.
Yeah.
And maybe, I'm almost picturing like a cargo. Not quite. I don't want it to be military because I'm not trying
Yeah.
to get caught like that.
Yeah.
But like,
But it's like a
yeah.
magical pickup truck.
Right.
Yeah,
It has like really
extended cab.
Right, exactly.
Okay. I just
Yeah.
spotted this bastard
So
out
you
of the corner
are-
of my eye, and this
it has
Well-
and it has like really ornate molding on it.
I don't think you can decide whether or not it's there,
yeah.
but I know that you are looking for one of those trucks. And I will let the dice decide that yes, it does indeed exist there.
This is what world building on the fly is, folks.
Yeah. So yes,
she
you
is.
do find one, and I would like you. So you are scoping it out. We're gonna jump over to Flareon. I'd like you to roll another d6.
Oh, nice one.
Nice one. So you shift over a vehicle. The one you were looking at wasn't quite what you were
No,
looking
and I'm
for.
not being very dainty about it. I'm just like ripping door handles off, like shaking the cars, like being
Yeah.
real aggressive with it. I'm trying to find.
All right.
trying to
So
find my
so
ride.
you're trying to brute force your way.
Right.
All right. Good. We're gonna pause on that. We're going back to
my
Sidious. Sidious.
Can I hear him? Is he close enough to me that I can hear this Jamoke fucking hawk?
give me a perception check.
10.
10 isn't quite gonna do it.
At
You're
least you're
hearing,
being
Stealthy
you're hearing
enough,
lots of
right?
stuff. You're hearing lots of stuff.
Maybe it's just very easy for him to pull off door handles.
I'm just like
you know what I'm
ripping
saying? He
trunks
just
off,
doesn't know
like,
his own
yeah.
strength.
It's not very difficult. This is really causing
Okay.
a ruckus.
So, on this magical pickup truck that you're looking at, the doors are locked, but I'm sure you could probably get in with a sleight of hand check.
Does Hondo notice him moving toward this vehicle? At this point,
I mean, I guess at some point they're going to notice that I didn't make a beeline
Yeah.
for the exit. So I don't know when you
well,
want
because I figured we were all walking as a group, and you were like looking at each vehicle, kind of checking it out a little bit toward the back of us.
Your perception didn't,
'Cause
even with
we have
the
a member that
advantage,
might
didn't
be-
quite get you there. But I think once we bounce back to you in a moment, we're going to
I'm
see
just
what you're
curious.
doing.
Yeah.
So, are you going to make that sleight of hand check to break into this magical pickup truck?
Meh.
Oh boy.
2.
2, yeah.
Oh boy.
2 is definitely not going to get you into this door. It doesn't look like you're going to be able to jimmy it open.
Sleight of hand is only 0? That's probably a 4, if anything.
Oh, yeah, never. I mean, if you want to roll it back, it would have been a 4. But
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
I have a D10 that I can add, but even if I roll a 10,
It's
that
still
puts me to a
14.
14.
Right.
Sucks to suck. So.
All right. So we're going to
Um,
bounce back to Flareon really quick. So you shift over to another vehicle and you try the door handle. It appears to be locked.
I'm just gonna try to rip the door right off its hinges.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, good. Make me a strength check.
Nice.
14.
A 14. You don't quite get the door off its hinges, but you are able to pop the lock open and get the door open.
Okay.
All right. So you would be scooting into the seat,
The passenger seat? Or
into the passenger seat.
Into the passenger seat.
Yes. So we're back onto you, Sidious. Do you want to try to force the issue with this car?
Can someone tell me what this prestidigitation is?
You create a minor magical effect, like you can make like a little series of like little fireworks appear, or you can like make a loud sound.
Yeah, I feel like
They
the
made
only,
project your
tables
voice.
with it.
Can it
signs.
affect anything?
it can only like clean things.
Yeah,
or
clean
like
soiled
snuff
surfaces.
lights or light
Right.
lights. Or flavor things.
So
Yeah, or flavor things.
You
Yeah.
can flavor something. You can make the lock on the door taste like pizza, maybe.
If you're really craving it, right?
So
In fact, Melvin's doing that. Melvin is going around the parking lot flavoring the door handles.
nice.
Wow, that's amazing.
well, my
That's the most
my
banal thing
end
I've
game.
ever heard.
So tell me if this is possible.
Don't look at me. Look at him.
My end game here. Yeah, that's old habit. I'm
Right.
sorry.
Yeah.
My end game here is like I wanted to maybe. I've heard this word used before. Prestidigitize.
Yeah.
There we go.
Like some sort of springing mechanism that would unlock the door.
Oh, you're just trying to hit the unlock from the
Yes.
outside?
Yes.
I will say you can see it through the glass. I will say, yeah, I think you can do that because that's just too cool not to do.
Okay. So let me think.
Good to know.
If you're gonna let this happen, let me at least think about the device that I'm gonna press to digitize and make this worth your while.
'Cause it's not like it's telekinesis. It's like a little.
So
yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
here's what
I figure you can get enough to like
here's,
thwack a chunk
here's
of
what
paper.
I
Right, you
have
can do like a little,
pictured.
like-
It's one of these
Yeah.
locks. It's one of the ones that
push
like, is
down,
pushed
yeah.
down,
Absolutely.
and there's like a little mushroom top on the top of it. Okay.
I'm imagining that actually it's like like a very tiny jar of magic, and it's like a power lock.
no, don't add a level of difficulty to this.
Then you can like
You know what I'm
snuff
saying?
that out, snuff out the like little bit of magic that's holding the door shut.
Oh.
It's going to be a little more mechanical here.
So I'm gonna press to digitize a 2-inch tall monkey holding bananas up in both of his hands, but his right leg is triggered to be like a kick spring, and It's on a timer, and he's just gonna kick the lock, and it's gonna fucking pop the lock.
Like you just put it into the keyhole and it just kicks the lock off.
Yeah. He like
Just
stands
like sticks
there.
his leg in there and just
Yep,
kicks
and
up the
just
lock.
Just like-
Wait,
No.
can we have you pound on the car
Top.
like the Fonz?
Right when it does that.
Hey.
Okay, which way are we going? Are we going with the monkey or are we
No, the
going with
monkey,
Fonz?
the
Monkey's pretty good. I really like the monkey idea.
Yes, rule of cool pretty much demands that the monkey be able to kick the lock open at this point.
So
Anything
at that-
you spent that much effort trying to describe,
Yeah,
I better come up
exactly.
with a really good reason for it to
Just
fail,
like,
and I can't.
Boy.
So at that point in time, I'm gonna pop the door just a little bit,
Yeah.
and can I see any of them from where I am? Can I see any of them, or do I guess, or am I aware that any of them are?
You are aware, 3 cars in front of you, of Melvin licking a door handle.
I'm not licking it. I'm just flavoring it.
Who is licking?
How do you
the
know
door?
what
How do you
flavor
know
it is?
what? Yeah, you have to test it.
Why would you flavor a door handle if you weren't going to do this?
As a funny trick on people. So they like open the door handle, then later they're like, "Why do my hands smell like
Pizza.
chives or like Lucky Charms or
Okay, so
lasagna?"
apparently you are not licking the door handles.
No.
Shame
flavoring.
on me for thinking that would be the
Yeah.
logical progression of flavoring door handles.
Dave-
How the fuck did we get here?
Dave, that would be stupid.
Meanwhile,
There we are. There we are.
5 cars back.
Right
there's
there.
5 cars back. There's some 8-year-old kid licking the door handle. His dad, it tastes like fucking pizza, and his dad's like, "This kid's fucking." Daddy, the handle tastes like pizza.
And for the record, one of them does taste like snozberries. Alright.
Oh, of course.
So, anyways, back to what.
So
I,
yes.
what I was
So
gonna do.
you are able to pop the lock on this door.
As I slide the door, as I realize that now I can open the door,
Yeah.
I'm going to let out a to try to alert my teammates that they need to come this way.
Okay. So
And I'm going to then open the door and hop into the drive.
What's with your
And you do.
characters in bird calls?
so
Dude,
what
we
happens?
just came out of the forest.
I know. You're good. Okay.
All right. So Sidious Vale
I couldn't even
and
shoot off a fireball.
Flareon the Barbarian have now slid into opposite sides of the same
The
vehicle.
same car. I am just sitting there with one of the door handles. I've jimmied off one of the other cars.
You also heard a very clear bird call as he was
Yeah.
getting in.
And I'm just like flabbergasted. I just saw a monkey kick the lock open. And I'm just like licking this door handle. And I'm just like looking over stunned.
I rolled a die to hear what noise it made, and then I declared that yes, he absolutely changed the flavor of that door handle.
Oh yeah,
What
just
that
flavor
happened.
is it?
it's a roasted chicken. And
So
like-
yes, let's cut back to the driver's seat.
So, can I take 30-second timeout here? 30-second timeout. Because I also need to understand the dynamic that I feel like is being established here. I am a tiefling,
Yes.
Yeah.
so I'm like what, 2 feet tall?
No, you're like human size.
Okay,
Right,
okay,
yeah.
okay. I didn't know.
But you have horns.
Tiefling just sounds
And a
so.
tail.
Sounds small. Sounds dinky.
You have horns and a tail.
dainty.
Yeah.
Sounds dinky.
Yeah.
I thought tieflings were like a little bit taller than humans.
They probably are.
About this. Yeah, it's roughly the same height,
Yeah.
range though.
Aren't they ugly as fuck?
No, they just got horns. Some of them mean, if you're into that sort of thing.
They look super evil.
They look evil as shit. though.
Statistically
Yeah, they're just,
speaking,
like,
one of our listeners
sadistic
probably
looking.
is.
Right.
So, realizing that he's in the passenger seat,
Yes.
And this is like this hulking
Right.
like Goliath
Like
of a
nobody-
person.
Nobody-
With
Yeah,
a log
exactly.
in his mouth.
Nobody-
Licking
No,
a door
not even
handle.
anymore. I replaced the log with the
door
fucking door
handle.
handle. I'm just sucking on it.
good.
Like just blown away by the series of events that just
So yes, you do look over and you see a gigantic man squeezed into, relative to him, a little car. very hunched over, kind of like if you put Arnold Schwarzenegger in one of the classic VW Beetles or something.
Right.
He's just hunched over the fucking dashboard, chewing on a door handle that he appears to have ripped off of this car.
Okay. I am instantly going to assume that he is here for ill-gotten reasons because he's in the passenger seat and he's chewing on a fucking door handle.
And I mean, that's kind of how you got there too.
Right.
so.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah,
I
you
know
can't
why
exactly
I'm
throw
there.
stones.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask. You here by yourself, friend?
What? Are you cruising?
First of all, I want to make sure that I don't need to get you guys over here
Well,
for a fight.
it is
'cause I
the
just
parking
jumped
lot of
into
a state
car with
park.
fucking barbarian.
And I'm just
I'm sure
like,
there are
I
public
get it.
lavatories
And you
near
listen
here
to me.
somewhere.
Sidious's tendencies are none of your business. You want to cruise for fucking barbarians in the parking lot? I'm going to cruise for barbarians in the parking lot.
Hey, respect. I was just asking. I was not judging. You could be cruising, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I am in no ways like all ego. I'm not like a good person at all, but I'm just like blown away by like what just happened. Like this isn't something I see every day. It's just evil looking guy sitting in like the driver's seat of a car that I just broke into.
I mean, you used to work for a devil, though.
this is true.
You're like, what was in that door
demon.
It
handle?
was just like I'm just like almost freaking out. I'm just,
Schnozberries taste like
just
schnozberries.
not understanding.
Rozzy's a devil.
I believe Rozzy was a demon. That's why.
Definitely a devil.
What?
Interesting.
Does it matter
I have
right
to
now?
take a look.
Battle of the DMs.
It matters, but it doesn't matter right now.
Right. Devil.
Hey, remember that argument and was right? I can go back and
Added
fill
it
that
right
in.
in there, yeah.
Really?
In like 2 seasons.
Pretty good.
When we actually find out.
It was no. We learned it like
Yeah.
way back.
Oh.
Like episode 3.
Yeah.
I just got to go back to that. Any whoozle.
Regardless.
So I'd like to know if he's here by himself. Are you here alone? You
Yeah,
here by yourself?
I'm again just a little shook. Like I'm not sure what to say. I'm like a little bit nervous, and I kind of just let out like a
He is cruising.
sheepskin interior. I just
So
wanted to.
I feel like some spell that I had, like
I just wanted to get in. just like really a little confused. And I'll ask you, did Raji send you?
this is no place to talk business. Buckle up. And I'm gonna start the car.
And I guess we all heard the bird call, or what?
No, I mean at this point I'm cruising to pick you guys up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll come
Yeah.
find you.
So
Or are we riding in the bed?
You
No,
don't
it's an
answer me. You
I
just
told
go.
you it's an extended cab.
Okay.
I'm not answering you. I just told you this is not a place to discuss business.
Okay,
We're not talking in the middle of a stolen
I'm in.
car. I don't know who you are.
I'm in.
If you're in,
there.
you're in. Let's roll.
I can't really
We'll
get out
roll.
of the car. I squeeze myself
Right.
in there anyway. It's really difficult.
So there's a back seat, there's a back seat here and a little bed on the back.
now you're saying this is an extended cab?
Yeah. If you roll the episode back, I did say extended cab.
You did
What's
say
bigger,
extended
crew
cab.
or extended?
Doesn't matter. This
Okay.
is an extended.
Well, it matters if it's only got one set of doors and you have to flip up the passenger seat to get someone in the back.
Double doors.
It's got 4 sets of doors.
Okay.
Well, no, yeah, because you get the 2 and then you got the back, like half door.
The half door. Okay, that's you're right. Yeah, you got the half door.
I like giving things to convincing explanations, but no, I think this is going to be a bigger pain in the ass and has more fun for me if there
Cool.
are only 2 doors to
Cool.
this
No,
vehicle.
I'm all right with it.
All right.
All right. So we've
So
I
maybe
need to-
I changed it to what is technically a quad cab. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Right.
I need to drive and find the guys.
Okay, the guys.
Yeah.
So,
How well do you drive?
well, we're finding that out. The truck does start. The truck seems to be operating just fine. I would like, geez, what was the check I had?
It would be a
Cool
land
make.
vehicles check, and then you choose what ability it is. I think you said
Performance?
dexterity or performance. It might have been performance.
I think it might have been a performance. So I would like
Charisma. You're driving with your charisma. That's good.
Yes.
That's good. That's good.
That's exactly how you should be driving for the first time.
I am not gonna lie. I got one hand on the wheel.
Super confident. Yeah.
We're cruising.
Revving the engine.
Oh my god.
Do it.
Please be good.
God.
Please be good.
Oh, Lord.
Please
I'm
be
gonna
good.
I'm gonna use the D10.
Okay,
whatever the D10
the
is.
Dark One's blessing.
Yeah.
Devil's Own Luck or Dark One's Own Luck.
Yeah,
or
Dark One's
something.
Own Luck. That's the one. We've both played Warlocks before.
Yeah, we know these things. Absolutely.
What's zeros?
10.
Oh, rock on. So 19.
Okay, good. You managed to turn in a convincing performance as someone who is pretending to be a driver.
Just whipping
With the
around.
Dark One's blessing.
Right.
With
His
the
own
Dark
luck.
One's blessing.
His own luck.
Okay, so we're gonna just do one little retroactive edit to this truck because the only truck you could badass around in with the Devil's Own Luck powering you is some kind of hot rod.
It's got like the big exhausts on
It
it.
does now.
It's not a lowrider.
With the blown
No, this thing
out
does
engine.
not ride well.
Like you can see the engine in the hood because it's sticking out.
It's just
like
yeah,
3
gigantic.
feet.
Yeah,
Is
this-
there perhaps a tattered flag of a toppled regime?
No.
And the
It's got
radio, the
naked
radio,
lady mud flaps.
Right.
the radio only plays backwards talking.
Yes. Some people think it's satanic. Really, at the project, they just think it's, eccentric Wizard Tuesdays.
All the tieflings love it.
Right. And I feel like, the engine with the rumbling sound it makes, it's just electricity and like magic just like rumbling around in this sort of rattly cage of
It's
yeah.
really... This was the vehicle of an incredibly gaudy wizard.
There we go.
Is. We just stole it from a parking lot. He's not dead.
No, but the past tense is because of possession, which he no longer has, and you do.
So hang on a second. I don't think that I as Rock would get on this thing as Rock. A, because of my size. B, because I have no idea where you just procured this vehicle from. So like if I
Listen to me. I haven't found you yet. You can ask me these questions when
I feel like we all heard you now though.
Yeah, or
Start this vehicle.
maybe I can.
You heard me start the vehicle, but you didn't see
oh.
me steal it.
Maybe I can convince you that it was mine to begin with, and I
Right.
just
Don't worry
Hold
about
on.
it.
everybody just hop
Yeah.
on for a ride.
Yeah. Don't you worry about it yet, Rock.
Not a new
Well,
town.
first we've got to get
I'm
you guys.
evil charismatic. I can convince you to get in my car.
Okay, so first we've got to get you to these disparate people. Now,
Right.
I would say that there is a very good chance that all of you heard this behemoth of a truck start up.
Yeah, I run over
I'm
there.
going to pretty much take it as read, so I would like to find out, Melvin, what are you doing when you hear the gates of hell open up from the ass end of this truck?
I'm very interested, and I run over.
God,
there.
I hope you have a good sound effect for this.
I mean, whatever I could find for free is what's happening right now in the background.
Now, Hondo, you remember the monster truck rallies of your youth.
Oh, yeah.
You don't actually remember that because there weren't any monster truck rallies.
I
But
pretended
it
there
still
were.
resonates with the soul of Hondo.
They were just
so when you
monster
hear that
rallies.
noise, it instantly grabs your attention.
Right.
It is not letting go.
Hondo just, ho, what is that?
I'm gonna facepalm.
All right.
Do you, you just know.
Yeah, I don't even have to set the scene. I don't have to ask what he's doing. Rock face palms.
Yeah. Because I understand what's happening at this point. I saw you looking before, now I know. Now I get it.
Okay, so now you
He
have
did see,
everyone's
but-
attention.
Yeah, but I didn't know what you were doing. I had no idea what
Right.
like you're just looking around.
You also have the attention of several bystanders.
Of course he does.
Fuck 'em.
No relevant bystanders have noticed yet. That may change at any moment.
You're a piece of shit.
Damn straight.
You're such a just such a terrible person.
Damn straight.
Okay, Flareon, are you doing anything from the passenger seat here?
Well, as co-pilot of the ship here, are there any tunes that I can be playing? We're
Just
playing-
backwards music,
It's just,
that's all you
it's just
get.
back. I'm
Yeah.
trying
It's
to. It's
all-
all like I am like really like it's
Trying to find a good station.
Like no, it's just like sensory overload for me. Like all these things that have just been going on. So I'm just like trying
I mean,
to.
you
match
just
the
got into the car.
Every-
radio
so-
player. Like yeah, I'm just trying to
Every
find something
single
else to listen
setting
to.
has something else talking backwards.
It's
It's not
just-
even rapping backwards. It's not music backwards. It's just talking
Just
backwards on every station.
okay. Have we reached the party yet?
Actually, no. How many stations does he get through?
All right, this sounds like a job for D100.
Can one of them just be playing the Carpenters or something like that?
Backwards.
40.
These do 40 stations.
40
Just
stations.
mashing the button.
On station, once he gets to station 40, I'm casting Eldritch Blast at the radio.
Nice.
I don't feel like you should have to roll to hit. I feel like you can take it as read
Point
that
blank.
the 6 inches between the radio and your fingers,
Right.
you have enough control to Eldritch Blast the stereo out of the vehicle.
You reverse Fonzied it.
Cool.
And I'm cool with that. Surprising. I'm like, oh, all right. Like, thanks.
Have we made it to the party yet?
The party is kind of scattered a little bit, so
Okay.
I need to see if the party have sort of made it to you. While
okay. Is
are
there
you
anyone-
driving towards anything in particular?
If I was aware of where Melvin was, I
Yeah.
feel like he was the closest one to me. I'm probably
Headed towards him.
looping towards him first.
Okay, so you're looping towards Melvin. A little bit of time has passed. Nobody of consequence has seen the truck yet.
Nice.
Melvin, we're going to be on to you since you're the closest.
Hang on. I see them, and is the window of the driver's seat open?
Yeah, but he's filling it up.
He's in the
I'm in
passenger
the
seat.
passenger seat. You're in the
Yeah, but is the driver's seat window open? I feel like if someone has used dark powers to start a truck, yes, the window is open. His arm is partway out the
Damn
window.
straight.
Right.
I was gonna say I'm rolling one arm the whole way.
He's coming
Yeah,
by
relax
me,
him.
and I go, "Did you like that one? It was chocolate."
Here, flavor the inside here. Hop in.
All right.
No questions asked.
Okay,
Melvin
so
just
he
hops
gets
in.
inside and
Hold on. So do you have
Is
to
he
go-
like
wait a minute,
scrunched
it's a
between them?
two-seater.
Hold on.
So
No,
is he like climbing
no,
through
wait
the
a minute.
window?
Is this a
and
middle
over?
seat?
I would
There's a
like.
back seat.
I would like to. There is a back seat. Yes. I would like to turn to Flareon,
Okay.
and I don't know.
I like.
I'm
I
thinking one of
I
two
need to
things.
pause, Frank, because I need clarification. Melvin, what are you?
What am I?
Yeah,
Half elf.
a half elf. Never mind. You are not able to climb into the actual
Right.
cab.
I'm gonna pull up and stop right where Melvin's at.
Sounds good.
I just hop onto the bed then, the truck bed.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Before I start up again,
Okay.
I'm gonna turn to Flareon, and I'm either deception or intimidation, but like, big dude, it's time that you ride in the back. 1, you're the new cat. I don't know shit about you. 2, it's time.
Okay. Which check of those are you going to make? To
I
sell
think I want to
us?
try to intimidate him.
You all right?
to-
Jesus.
to-
Intimidating a
what's my
barbarian?
check against it?
Well, let's see what he makes first.
It's a 20, not natural.
Okay. That is going to be a
Was it
Constitution?
Yeah.
no. That's going to be like an insight check.
Mhm.
They call his bluff check. Yeah, make an insight.
Well, that sullies this up a little bit.
I know.
Damn.
Oh yeah. No.
Get to the back.
12. Damn.
Yeah, he's. This is a scary devil.
I'm not happy about it. I am a little intimidated. I'm just gonna elbow the door right open.
It
bust
just
right
flops
down.
open because you've ruined the
If you
the
want,
mechanism.
if you
for
want
it
to talk about Ravi,
Razi.
Razi,
I
you need
like
to
it better
ride
if you
with
called him Robbie.
you need to ride in the back for now.
It's gonna just and just hop right in the back.
So,
blow the door open, hop in
as
the back.
Okay,
Flareon's-
that passenger door will continue to flop open and never fully close all the way.
Okay.
So I then, assuming you would hop in.
Yeah.
What about Honda?
I got shotgun.
Well, then we're coming to find who's next, right?
Yeah, let's see. It's gonna be yeah, Rock would be next.
Oh boy. I'm gonna look at you and be like, "Where did you get this?"
I am going to extend the door handle that
I'm
been,
also very large, by the
Yeah.
way. I'm like 7 feet tall.
that I've been holding in my mouth and hold it out to you for you to grab on so you can hop in the back with me.
I'm going to see like your spit covered.
And raise you.
Yes, he is absolutely going to see that it is spit covered.
I am going to use one of my wild shapes and turn into, let's see, something I can just get the fuck away from these people.
I'm like a bird.
I can't fly till I'm level, like, I can't fly for a little while. I need a few levels before I can fly.
Okay.
How about a cheetah?
You do, however, have permission to turn into a flightless bird if you so choose.
Ostrich, emu.
Yeah. Emus are cool.
I mean, that's actually a pretty
Penguin?
good cover. I wouldn't know that, but I'd probably want to just turn into something that I could just stick to the side of the vehicle and not.
Ostriches are fast.
What are those
as
things
hell.
that hang on to sharks?
Yeah, I think ostrich is below CR2, right?
I feel like it should be, yes. An emu would be more because they won a war against the Australians. But
We have, we actually have a decent amount of Australian listeners.
Sorry,
so
sorry.
shout
We
out.
didn't mean to offend anybody if
so
we did.
sorry.
Well, yeah, I guess maybe we did mean to offend you, but
No, you didn't.
we mean to offend everybody.
Well, okay,
Equally offensive to all
Yeah.
parties.
right.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's all in the sake for the sake of comedy. Anyways, yeah, fuck it. I like it. I'm gonna turn into an ostrich and just sit in the bed of the truck.
You're gonna like just plop.
Yeah.
Yes. There's an ostrich in the back of this truck.
All your like
I
4
feel like
feet
that
of
makes it
plumage
look
is just
somewhat
in the
more
back of
natural.
this truck with a Goliath.
I really like how you extending your slopped out
Like
handle
not
got
on
into-
handle.
You totally let up all regard for asking me where I got this truck from. I did not
Yeah.
have to answer that, so let's move.
There's now an ostrich.
He's
in.
in.
The bed.
The ostrich is in. Let's roll.
All right. So now we're getting to Hondo the Merciless, and oh, hi there. So you now have the attention of at least one park ranger, who, seeing an ostrich in the back of a truck with the door kind of hanging open and a bunch of huge dudes piling into it.
I'm gonna turn my head to the guard and just go.
Is he on foot? He's on foot.
Yes,
Can I see?
he is on foot, and he looks He looks disturbingly like Will Ferrell.
Can I see Hondo? Can I see Hondo at this point?
Yes, you can. Hondo is about 20 feet away. Marshal Willenholly is approaching on you guys at a pretty good clip, but he's about 50 feet out right now.
All right,
Okay.
I'd like to start on the driver's side, and I totally want to Dukes of Hazzard across the hood of this fucking car.
Okay, good. What check are you using?
I want to use athletics.
Make it.
It's a 21.
Damn right you do.
So
Slide
now,
right
as
across.
I slide across, I almost get hit by the still swinging door,
Yes, that does happen.
and then I realize what's in the back, and I get in.
I look at Hondo too, and I go.
So I sit.
I can't talk while I'm a fucking animal. So.
Melvin, are you in the
That
back or
squawk
the
has now
middle, or
attracted
where
the
are you?
attention of another park ranger.
Oh,
He's
shit.
oblivious, man.
Hey,
So
Where are
Well
you
played.
sitting?
pretty good.
So we're all in.
Yes, everybody is
Well,
in.
I'm just waiting to see where he's sitting in terms of.
yeah, I think Melvin was sitting in the
Someone
passenger
can
seat.
climb in the back.
Right, I think Melvin, upon seeing Hondo trying to get in,
Yeah.
just jumped into the back seat. Of
Yes,
the
he does.
extended
So
seat, right?
we've got a Melvin in the back. We've got Hondo in the passenger seat. We've got.
I'm still kind of like hanging off the seat though. Like I'm not all the way in. Like I'm just kind of like.
That's fine
riding
and
this-
Like you're on
dramatic
the
and
side of a
looks.
helicopter, you're just kind of
Yes.
like dangling your feet off the side.
If someone decided to make an anime, that would be a cool looking scene. So we're gonna keep it. You kidding, folks? That drives a whole lot of my decisions. Is what would look the coolest as a Saturday morning cartoon. So yeah, so we've got you kind of hanging out the side there. We've got Sidious Vale. He's got his arm out the window. He's leaning back. He's driving. It is a heck of a performance, and that's what we're really looking for. We've got a Goliath in the back. We've got
An
a
ostrich.
ostrich in the back, and you guys are barreling down. There is about 20 feet ahead of the truck is now our Will Ferrell doppelganger. He does pull out what appears to be some sort of canister off of his waist and is pointing it straight ahead.
Hondo's gonna slap the hood and yell to Sidious, "Let's see what this thing can do!"
That's a great idea. I am just like, now I'm in. Like, I feel like these dudes are like my kind of people. I'm just grabbing my crotch and putting like the
Devil
rock
horns
fingers
up.
the devil horn fingers up at this like Will Ferrell looking dude. Like,
So much for
trying to
playing the part.
intimidate him a little bit.
Melvin.
I mean, this
Puts
guy
a-
looks harmless enough, right?
Melvin puts a fog cloud between the vehicle and the ranger.
Oh, good.
Okay. There is now fog. It is obstructing your view not only of the ranger, but of everything else, including the other cars.
Oh
in the area.
God! Don't hit the ranger.
It's not enveloping the car. It's
It-
just between. It's like
So is it on the road? Like
yeah, but anything
inside?
within it is heavily obscured.
Like a
Right.
wall.
So
Which
you're
is-
just looking at a cloud.
to be fair, most of his field of vision would be going through that fog cloud.
That's cool. If he puts
how
the...
fa-
Hold on. If he puts the... So how far away is the ranger?
The ranger is about 30 feet ahead.
30
of you at
feet
this
ahead,
point.
and then there's a cloud of fog, and then the car?
yeah. Then
And I'm
just
stopped?
put
Yeah,
the fog
let's
cloud
fucking
around the
reverse-
ranger.
We're gonna reverse out of here. I can see behind me.
Okay.
Let's go backwards.
All right.
Or maybe I'll try to turn around. If there's enough space, I'm gonna try to turn around.
All right. You make it through the turn, and by the end of that, a coughing, panting park ranger runs out the front, his hands on his knees, just like, like he was having some sort of horrible respiratory difficulty in this cloud of illusionary fog. But he's a little more preoccupied with trying to catch his breath or whatever than to actually take a look at where you're going. So you're now driving away, which is taking you further into the park.
Cool. As long as I can get away from him, I'm gonna try to make... Is there another way I can make my way around to the exit?
You could, loop around through this parking lot. You've got to
Yep.
get to the other end of the parking lot.
Let's
that's
go.
now behind
Are you
Let's make
whipping
a
these
loop.
turns?
No. If we ditched him until we're on the main road, like I'm evil, but I'm not reckless.
You're holding out to
Right.
peel out.
So I want to get out of here, and then we'll really see what this puppy can
Let her
do.
loose.
All
But
right.
for now, I'm trying to like make it to whatever extent I can with these idiots I got riding with me. Make it look like this is my vehicle.
Okay. So,
Nice.
one park ranger is still kind of preoccupied with the cloud. The other one is about 100 some feet away and doesn't really have a good grip on what's going on. Although she's going to start running this way pretty soon.
Okay. I would like to head around towards the exit.
Okay,
A long
and
way,
you
I
do
guess.
head around towards the exit. Will Ferrell has not recovered yet. I'm going to call him Will Ferrell, but it's going to be Feral.
All right.
Nice.
Okay. Fair.
And Will
like
with
it.
one L.
Sure.
The park range.
Will Ferrell, the park ranger.
Awesome.
Feral.
Why not? So yes, you do drive up. There is one more park ranger who's kind of running the kiosk on the way out.
Yeah.
What are you going to do as you drive past?
Actually, can I?
One last opportunity to look like you belong there.
Yeah. Is there like a toll?
No, there isn't.
So what does he want from me on the way out?
Nothing. He's just going to be looking right at you on the way out.
Burn out.
I would
dude.
just say blast it right to the gate, man.
Hondo
I don't,
forget it.
Fran, you can indicate nothing to
Could
them
do
because
so
you're
much.
you're an ostrich right now.
That's right.
I know.
I'm just
I'm
gesturing.
going to, you know what? I'm going to make a comment to him. Splendid security you have at the park here.
Why, thank you. Wait.
And
What?
then we're going to leave.
Yeah. The wait, what is as you have driven by?
Hondo's still hanging out the side, and he's pulled out like an alcoholic beverage, and he's just swigging as he stares at the guy.
Is it like in a paper bag or?
No, it's just like a bottle of something.
Hey, as he's pointing as you drive away.
Well, he's not the one driving it.
Right.
Don't drink
Yeah.
and drive, folks.
Don't-
No,
Right.
as
Yeah,
you
do not
ride
drive.
and someone else drives,
don't
it's semantics.
steal
Still an open
cars.
container.
Yeah. Also, don't steal
We don't
cars.
condone any of the actions any of the characters make.
And we are not
Except
legally
any
responsible
boomers.
for any who may seek to impersonate or...
Unless you find yourself in this situation, then we really laid out a plan for you.
Okay, now we're legally covered because we said that we don't condone it.
We don't condone it.
You can't just yell, "I declare bankruptcy." That's not
That's not how it works.
The first road sign
He
we
didn't
see...
say it. He declared
Yeah,
it.
I declared it. Come on.
The first road sign we see, I whipped a bottle at it.
sweet. Does he hit it?
This is turning
really
into
just
like
right.
A ranged attack against the road sign.
This is rage right now.
7.
You missed the road sign.
the whole scene is coming together for me though.
So now I'm assuming what would have been like a 7-hour walk.
Is significantly shorter now.
How fast can this thing go? How fast
Did
can
all
this
of
thing
this
go?
just to
Nice.
drive to the library.
So is that where you're
Cruising
going? Is the
We're gonna
library?
Show up to the library.
Listen,
in this
well,
behemoth.
I was all about Melvin's idea. I've turned back into Rock
Hey,
at this point.
Okay,
Honda.
I don't
No.
care. I don't
Yeah,
care
you're
what
in the
Melvin's
back. I
idea
can't
is.
hear you. You're in the
Good
back.
point, yeah.
You're in the back with fucking.
And
Flair.
you can't even speak English. You're just
Hey,
I
yelling.
just turned back into
So
a
Hondo's
Honda.
in the front seat.
Hondo's in the front
I'm
seat.
gonna turn to Hondo and go. So where are we headed, friend?
I'd rather stay away from those military types. Why don't we take this Melvin and see what he can do?
Fair enough.
So we are going to the
So we are.
So
taking
you
a
are
trip.
going-
We're taking this like hot rod truck.
to the library.
You're going to take a
Absolute
stolen
monster.
hot rod to the library.
Hooray! We're going to the
Because
library.
that's the first thing I could think
Yippee.
of. I'm gonna
Oh
get
my
in,
God,
not
can I
only
just-
going to drive a hot rod, I'm going to steal a hot rod and drive said stolen hot rod to the library.
So
Exactly.
you two-
Welcome to
You
Hold
went
on
from
a minute.
Fonzie to Poindexter in
Hold on a
0
minute.
seconds.
I feel like I need to share this because you two know this can break or you can leave this in. I really don't care because he'll never listen to this. But you two know him. You three will meet him soon. My dad, when he was younger, used to run, and he was real freaking scrawny. And there was a time where he used to get bullied by dudes.
Sure.
But they would chase him and he would run. And the place that he would run to hide from them was the library. And they never found him there because, as he claims, they didn't know where it was. But I just think it's funny that now, years later, I'm taking a stolen truck to the library because... Like,
Who's gonna go fucking look for my library?
Like, that was his logic, was like,
Pretty good.
they're
Right.
never going to come look for me at the library. So
Father like son.
if I can run away, I'll just run to the library, do my homework, and then go home in
Yeah.
like 4 hours.
Dude, that's,
You'll have
that's,
to ask him about
that's
it at the
absolutely that's absolutely staying in. That's
pretty
fucking
good.
amazing.
That's staying in,
Shout out,
and
Bill.
that is why no one is going to be searching for the truck at the library.
Damn straight.
I'm
Thanks, Pop.
Can you miss the truck? Like, isn't the truck like?
Doesn't matter.
They
We're
don't
at
know
the
it's
library.
sight in
They
and
don't
of
know it's
itself?
stolen.
We
Okay.
could be parked right. We could be...
They don't have cell phones.
It looks pretty suspicious though. There's a door flying open with just
Oh,
a
yeah.
bunch of dudes
Oh, yeah.
causing chaos.
But
I think,
nobody
yeah,
thinks it's
how,
stolen.
how much more strange is it than everything else that happens
That's a
in this
good point.
world?
That's
Right.
a very good point.
I think
Very good
Melvin instructs Sidious to maybe park a
Like a
block
block
or
away.
two away, just so his
Oh, then
his
we're parking
comrades.
on the street. I feel like... Maybe we could park in the back of the library parking lot.
Well, we're gonna ditch this car. We don't want to come back to it.
Are we? That thing's
Why?
Sweet.
I feel like we really should get this thing around. for
I
a
mean,
while.
as far as we know right now, it's not even hot yet.
Yeah, it's definitely hot and very easily identifiable.
and super fast.
How far away are we from the park, though?
We never have to walk again.
Why do I hang out with you guys?
a few hours.
How far away are we from the park?
You are a good 40 minutes driving away from the park.
Right, so we're talking a stolen car from Buffalo, and we drove it to Rochester in pre-internet age. They don't even know this car's stolen yet here. Not a chance.
You say so.
You drove
we're
it
leaving it in the
from
library.
We could go
parking lot.
wherever we
you
want.
drove
We'll
it
come back to
from
it.
Emery Park to downtown Buffalo.
It's not far. It's
Not
very
quite out
far.
to Rochester or anything here.
Yeah, I highly doubt he'll let us go 140 miles an hour in this thing. You know, like.
Well, all right. Well, we're whatever.
I like to stick
I'd like
with it
to
if we
keep
can.
the option
Yeah.
of coming back to it.
Yeah.
We're at the
I
library.
mean, we'll see if the heat is hot, and if it's not, we got.
You are. The greasers stole a hot rod and drove to the library.
Yep.
In a complete reversal of everything S.E. Hinton ever would have imagined. And so, you know what? I'm just going to take a moment to recollect ourselves. We're at the library. That's where we're going to leave off for this episode because I need to like shove some pizza in my face and try to grok what just happened.
That sounds like a plan.
Yes. So, oh my god, I'm not even getting back an Arion Black character to outro everybody. But thank you for joining us for this episode. It was absolutely wonderful that you could be here for the final long-awaited continuation and hopefully at some point coming up here culmination of this full-play story arc that I want to have happen.
But we're too busy stealing cars
Yes.
over here.
Starting bar fights.
That was pretty good.
Bar fights, stealing cars, kicking old ladies in the face.
Well, I mean, you're doing
You killed Mrs. Piazza?
Listen, it was an accident.
No, just because you'll come down all high and mighty on everyone. I just like everyone to remember that you killed Mrs. Piazza.
I'll never forgive myself.
So if you like what you heard from these deranged reprobates at the table here, if you like what you heard, you can find us on the internet. You can find us on Twitter at Hapless Heroes. You can find us on Reddit, Hapless Heroes /r/Hapless Heroes Podcast, something like that. You'll find us there. I know, too many words. Apparently we can be found on Instagram. I don't know why you would do that.
I don't know. There's actually
The
a decent
pictures are
amount of
great.
people who
Yeah,
like
I like the pictures
check out our
a lot.
photos and shit. So
We've got
Pretty good.
we've got faces for radio, so.
speak for yourself.
Hey.
No, I didn't mean that, man.
Yep. Now, if you dislike what you heard from us deranged reprobates, file a complaint with, I don't know, somebody we don't listen to.
Local law enforcement.
Or leave us a 5-star review on iTunes or the other podcast service of your choice.
Yes.
If you don't like us, do that.
Yeah.
Yes. If you don't like us, leave us the 5-star review. And if you do like us, well, then
Also
you know
leave
what
us
to
the
do.
5-star
Yeah,
review.
Sure.
Correct.
That 5-star review will really teach us a lesson.
Yeah.
It will.
For sure.
And if you love us, well, we have some character artwork out there, and I think you should get those squirt bottles, fill them with pancake batter, and do some pancake art of our character.
Yes.
I would eat the
Yes.
shit out of that.
Yes.
I would eat the
Yes.
shit out of that.
Pancake artists. Get with
Even if
it.
it was made of asbestos pancakes, I would still eat the
Scarf
shit out
it
of
down.
Now you have to do this.
I would say you shouldn't. I
No,
would try
I
to
would
stop you
recommend
from eating
Yeah.
asbestos.
No asbestos pancakes.
Hoblet has advantage against poison. Don't worry about it.
Okay, James, I think you're too into the game now. You're not Hoblet.
So we're going to outro our deranged reprobates. To my left, we have Zach playing Melvin Illuminumion.
Tastes like chocolate.
We've got John as Hundo the Merciless.
That was a blast.
Francesco as Rocknanak. Massimo is Flareon the Barbarian.
Oh God, I love these guys.
And James is Sidious Vale. My name is Dave. I've been your host. Your
You didn't even
dungeon.
give him a chance to say anything. That's amazing.
It's all right. It's all right.
We're protecting the audience.
I might steal your card tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Steal Yo character sheet, James. And I have been, my name is Dave. I have been your host, your dungeon master, and occasionally the illustrious Arion Black. Thank you very much for joining us. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Put a bow on this one, guys.